As a prospective writer, I would urge you to not only read good books, read terrible books as well, because they can be more inspiring than the good books.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel database for these stories, which has plot synopsis and character bio. So we are going to end Alan Moore's Captain Britain run. So I have a playlist that starts this from the beginning, and we are now going to look at the final two chapters in his short little run. So it's been very good. Alan Moore, particularly during the 80s, was on his absolute best. This was a prequel or a precursor. Sorry, not a prequel. This was a precursor to what we would see Alan Moore do in Watchmen and in Miracle Man. This evolution, this little bit grittier, darker superhero stories. Um, so I enjoy this series. I have the trade paperback, is how I was introduced to this. I was unaware Alan Moore had done any Marvel work, so this was a pleasant surprise when it was released. These were originally released in Britain in reprints of other American comics and then recollected in the 90s under X-Men Archives. So, here we go. So, we are going to skedaddle here all the way to the end. So, here we go. Amidst the fused and shifting ruins of the world, the monsters battle. This is how it ends. And so we got here a nice vertical. Alan Davis, by the way, is the artist. He does both the pencils and the inks, and it's wonderful. Very kinetic. The champion comes to save the earth, lies face down in the dirt. His flag is ripped and dyed with rusted blood, breathing, but barely. The asylum god oh my goodness, what a word. Transmogrifies into a metallic cloud. A cloud becomes a harp of molten glass. The glass grows feathers, sprouts teeth, extends luminous claws, and tries to kill the thing that cannot die. Kind of like a phoenix, if you. The spectators gape or hide their faces. Stone becomes wood, becomes gas, becomes butterflies. This place becomes that place. And so, here we go. This is how it ends, and we got the end game by Alan Moore and Alan Davis. So, look at that. Switch, and again we get another vertical panel here, kind of alongside this other part here. Switch, the ocean bed. It increases the pressure within its body to match that outside. It grows an extra nervous system to cope with the data. Load, quills rip its flesh. It absorbs them. So, we're talking about the oh my goodness, I completely forgot that creature's name. I think the Fury. That's what it is. So, Switch, the surface of the sun. If it had not recently assimilated a large computer, it would perhaps be dead by now. It reflects on this, and it adjusts its molecular structure. Switch. So it looks like we are going to go just place to place as Alan Moore kind of guides us in there. A river of tar in the landscape of Cronium. Fact: the Jasper thing can alter reality at whim. Query: what if there were no reality to alter? So it has passed through such a non-recent. It has passed through such a non-place recently, on a way to this world from its world of origin, unspace. Switch: a plane of fused and cryptic flesh. The Jasper thing becomes a moth, fish with wings like razors, but it does not relax its grip. It primes its own warp circuits. A muscle contracts. A program commences. Switch. I always find vertical panels to be so difficult. I always admire those that can do it. Frank Miller is a master at vertical panels. So is Todd McFarlane. There's quite a bit of artists that just are able to use them very well. I just find it difficult to fit the information on these vertical panels. So on space, where there is nothing, and so you can see the Fury and Mad Jim, nothing at all. The sculptor of reality has run out of clay. With a casual slowness, it grasps his head between huge half-formed hands. And then it grows a slender filament connecting its right index finger to its left index finger, passing through the cranium of the Jasper thing, and then it incinerates its brains. Well, we figured out how to kill Jaspers. Now we got to find out how to kill this friggin' thing. So this is how it ends. Switch. Look, they're coming back. And then the Fury tosses him, and then it falls. The one with the mustache, the one who created us, he looks dead. But what about the other thing? It's injured. Perhaps we better finish it off. Off with its heads. And so, this Death Creature. Again, these guys are reused in Excalibur by Chris Claremont and Alan Davis, but we are way far away before I even get to that. So nothing happened, and suddenly this person is electrocuted. 800 volts, almost the last of its stored power resources. The other beings run away. It will pursue and destroy them later when it has rested. It begins to draw minerals from the earth around it. It needs replenishment. It needs time. And Captain Britain touches it and kind of pulls it in there. I don't think Captain Britain's going to give him any time. And punches straight through. Beautiful panel here. I love it. And Captain Britain's going to basically take it down now. And Saturn IX is like, I think he's going to kill it. I hope he's going to kill it. But if he doesn't, if he can't kill it, and you can see here it kind of shoots this at him, then it's all up to you. This is Captain UK, I think. So you can see the Fury trying to kill Captain Britain. And she's suddenly getting angry. She's going from terrified and sad to anger. Like I say in Star Wars, like Yoda said, hate, anger leads to hate. So here she goes. Bam. She was not going to let the Fury kill Captain Britain. And she screams and she rips and she gouges and screams. And the black stuff, the fear, the poison, the hatred, it all comes screeching up out of her throat at once. She is crying, she is howling, every foul word, every curse she can remember. Steel fingers sinking through rancid purple flesh, she grasps his spine and begins to pull. It starts to shriek, and for the first time in its existence, understands the concept of annihilation and gives up. And Captain Britain here, Linda, it's dead, Linda. It's been dead for 10 minutes. You killed it. So, there. Give her a nice big hug, Captain. Mithras knows the girl deserves it. She slew the dragon. She killed the big bad wolf. Ding dong, the witch is dead. And the wizard. Well, it looks like the wizard's dead too. It's all over. And she's gonna take a little bit of his DNA, at least for the moment. It's over. The pieces must be gathered up. This is Roma. And Captain Britain says, Saturnine, something's happening. It can't be. Everything's finished. My plan. Captain, I think we're about to. And then suddenly, switch. Where? On Earth. And so we got Merlin, Roma, Captain Britain, Captain Yukon, and Saturnine in his. And so we go to the last chapter. Here we go. And so it looks like we're about to have a funeral. And the epilogue here. Gathered eminences, you know why you have been called here from your diverse world. It's a time of mourning. It is a time of great victory. The terror that threatened all our worlds is destroyed, and the omniverse endures. Its savior stands before you. Captain Britain of Earth 616, Captain UK, late of Earth 238, and Opa Luna Saturnine of Earth 9. Honor them, for they are most worthy. Their battle was long, and they have lost much what was dear to them, as have we all. At the height of the conflict, the threshold of this greatest scheme's fruition, my father's life force left the clay that it had girded itself with. Merlin is dead. Let the funeral commence. I wonder if this is like King Arthur. And so we got our credits again. And here we have a funeral. But Merlin was kind of a jerk. So it's hard if you've been. I have the entire series in a playlist of Alan Moore. And he was a bit of a jerk. So it's kind of hard to feel sorry for him. But let his deserted flesh be set before the portal perilous. Then let all that is frail and human go hence from that place, lest their breath and reason be forfeit. And when the gates of infinity are flung wide, go sovereign of the innumerable spheres, go firstborn of the devil, go my father, to whatever rest awaits you. And so we have Dane Whitman, who is the Black Knight from the Avengers, and I think he appeared in that Eternals movie. So, well, it's been good to see you again, Captain. You've changed much since last we met. You too, Dane. It's been a long time. And so we got these Captain Britain who speaks, or Captain England here. He speaks very old English, so they're going to talk with all the other Captain Britons. And so eventually he's going to make his way to Luna. Forgive me, worthy knights, but I would like to talk with Captain Britain alone. Please be seated, Captain. This must be very strange to you. For both of us, my lady. This doesn't resemble the other world that I saw when you granted me my powers those years ago. There were minarets then, and Mur, your late father, he looked different too. He had red hair. Mur, you mean Merlin? No, he used to have white hair and a beard. And Luna says, please. Or Roma, not Luna. My father, like his father before him, has had many names and many faces. Let the secrets die with him. It is you and the debt that we owe you that I came to discuss. What service do you crave? Service? But I didn't do anything. You did. You were the bait that lured the Symbiote to Jaspers. I understand that now. Is there no gift you desire, no knowledge that you seek? And Captain Britain says, my sister and my planet, what's happened to them? Your world is bruised, Captain, but it will heal. Reality does not tolerate paradox for long, and it will repair the rents in its own fabrics. But as for your sister, see the fences around the camp to which she was taken have been dragged down. But so many human souls have been dragged down with them. Your sister lost her lover, to whom her mind was linked. The scars are not light ones. There is a woman that she has met in camp, one Victoria Bentley. She's eminently suited to care for her while her spirit amends. And so Captain Britain looks at her and says, Betsy, she will be well, Captain, I promise. So, of course, for those of you who've been following, this is Psylocke from the X-Men. Or will be Psylocke from the X-Men. My lady, where did Saturnine go? She left earlier. I wanted to thank her for helping me. Ah, yes, Saturnine. Dear, ruthless, implacable Saturnine. I sent her home. That was my gift to her. I gave her revenge. And, of course, we got, oh, my God. He was the judge, I believe. And he says, what did you just say? You heard me perfectly well, Mandragon, my love. You will resign as emperor after granting me both a full pardon and reinstatement as Majestrix. Or my supporters will activate the clone of the Jaspers monsters that they are building from cell scrappings I took from Escors. Activate it here, on your world. Perhaps you could order this universe destroyed as well. And Mandragon says, you'd do that, wouldn't you? You're actually insane enough to do it. Don't bore me, Mandragon. Of all of us omniversal tyrants... all of us omniversal tyrants are mad. You, of all people, should know that. Oh dear, is that a speck of dust I see upon my toe cap? Mandragon, if you would. And so, she licks her boot. So, and she laughs and says, I think I shall have to watch out for the Majestrix Saturnine. Her cell scrappings were quite dead, of course. I killed them without her knowing. So, no, there will be no Jim Jaspers to come back. So, but enough. My hands guide the Omniverse now. I have much to do. Your task is over. You are released from servitude. Unlike my father, I have no desire to shape the destiny of men. Farewell, and may whatever gods there are that yet survive bless you and keep you both. And so, now we're in Darkmoor, September 8th of 1983. We're home, just like that. That is, it's home for me, but for me also, I haven't anywhere else to go. I've got some thinking to do, and I need a place to do it. Goodbye, Captain. It's been fun. And the two kiss. And thus, never the end. So I'm going to show you the X-Men archives that were the original for, or the reprints for those. So a lot of people, this is how they were able to read these series for the first time. So, and here we go. So, this was the Alan Moore Captain Britain run. For those of you that watched, I do hope you enjoyed it. It's it's some of Alan Moore's early work, and I think it's a great guiding um, to where he's gonna go. So like and subscribe, and I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.